part B is that having said that obviously we are cooperating with the Interpol. Are we at what time we will be in a position to ask Interpol to help us bring Ajmal Kasab back to Pakistan?
Pakistan has asked Interpol to help Pakistan obtain information located in the 7 countries. So tomorrow, in fact, we're going to deploy a team to 3 of the countries that have been identified to try to facilitate the gathering of information. We're also going to send staff to the other countries where information is located. In terms of getting information from the country of India, the government of India, in terms of getting people from the government of India, that's something that your government and the government of India are working through on a bilateral basis.
So my question to you, sir, is this: Interpol is now making a bridge between Pakistan and India, and how
a bridge between Pakistan and the world, including India.
The world, exactly. So how could you force India to give details to Pakistan, because there's 13 days are leaving behind, and how do you can share, how do you can take some details from India and then compare with Pakistani information, and then you can make an assessment.
Right.
How can you force that? And when you are sending your team to India?
Okay. We have an organization of 187 member countries. We work on voluntary cooperation. We don't force anyone to do anything. 173 people were murdered in Mumbai. Over 300 people were injured. People from 14 different countries around the world. India has its own national sovereign interest to find out who has engaged in these criminal terrorist attacks. And India has worked on a bilateral basis with a number of countries. But India needs to work on a global basis with all the world. India needs to compare the data it received with data that's in Interpol's databases. We're confident that India will do that. We're confident India will do that because we believe India, like Pakistan, wants all of those people responsible for these bloody terrorist attacks.
Sir, you have
Just any other row, please.
Sir, the Pakistani authorities have been sharing information pertaining the recent investigation as far as Mumbai attacks are concerned. Sir, to what extent FIR or other investigators have been successful to determine the purpose of these attacks?
I want to repeat, I've been investigating terrorism cases for over 20 years. And I have had a detailed briefing and reviewed the presentation and materials generated by the FIA. The investigation, the quality of it, the thoroughness of it, the professionalism involved in the investigation has been nothing short of extraordinary, and I compliment the FIA investigators for their professionalism.
So now that would you like to tell us, earlier Interpol provided some sort of information and database to Pakistan to investigate this matter. Would you like to say what kind of database you provided to Pakistan?
Okay. What we do is we provide Pakistan with access, and as the minister said, we're going to provide Pakistan with more and more access. So our database includes names of suspected terrorists, photographs of suspected terrorists, fingerprints of terrorists, DNA profiles of suspected terrorists, phone numbers of suspected terrorists, email addresses of suspected terrorists, everything you can think of linked to suspected terrorists and other criminals, because the investigation by the FIA also uncovered financing links, also uncovered sophisticated use of internet protocols and internet emails. So Interpol will work to facilitate Pakistan's getting that information as well.
Thank you. Did you find anything Mumbai attack?
I have not had any discussions with the Indian authorities, with the Pakistani authorities concerning the attacks in Lahore. It's an ongoing investigation, but our experts, our anti-terrorism experts, have seen similarities in the way that the attacks were occurred, in that you could see that the people who were engaged in planning for these attacks were prepared for a long-haul attack. By the volume of material they had in terms of weapons, in terms of ammunition, food, water, etc. The fact that they hit and ran as opposed to just using a detonation device for a bomb, other similarities. But I want to make clear that at this point, Interpol has received no information on the Lahore attacks, because right now that investigation is underway and ongoing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You were just listening in there to Ronald Noble, who is the chief of Interpol. They're sitting alongside Rehman Malik. And of course, Rehman Malik, the advisor to Prime Minister on the Interior, earlier saying that the international community needs to share information on terrorists, that positive steps have been taken by Interpol, in the Interpol chief being here for 2 days. And of course, Rehman Malik once again requesting the Indian authorities to supply a response to the 30+2 questions, urging India to pay attention as 13